Right, okay, we're back on the channel actually making some content for a change. Like, fucking hell, it's been at least, what, a month? 2 months? Way too long. And every single bit of content I've put in the channel recently has just been literally Fortnite. And because I'm not good at games, right? I'll straight up admit there's not a lot of games I'm good at. Maybe the odd Assassin's Creed, but it's hard to be bad at that. Fortnite, but I'm bang average at best. This is one of those games I could probably say that I'm half decent at. Like, it's an easy game, but I'm half decent at it. So like, let's give a guide to everybody. And the reason I'm doing a guide right now, right here today, is literally on the basis that this game is free on the store. And I know there's not a lot of people that have this downloaded or have heard about it or anything, but 4 years ago I put out a video, and it was one of the first videos on my channel actually 4 years ago. I actually have been around for that long. It was just cringeworthy as fuck, really. Like, I just wanted this to actually take its place. Like, there was about 800 people had seen that video, and I'm like, fuck me, I'm just the cringiest cunt you've ever met in your entire life. So I wanted that to change. Hopefully, that was my wee, in brackets, hopefully. Um, with this game, because a lot has changed in 4 years with this game, as I'm saying, it's so much better, and it's free. Like, who doesn't like a free game? One of the things I did mention back in the day, it was literally a copy, or well, not really a copy, but like it took some inspiration from your likes of Candy Crush. Okay, so everybody's played Candy Crush. I don't care who you are. Like, you have literally played Candy Crush either on your phone or somebody else's phone or tablet at some stage in your life. So you will be okay at this game. Don't worry about that. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for the guide, the small guide, right? I'm not gonna. I know I've spoke a lot. I need to fucking stop speaking, honestly. Like, my fucking voice is actually. Right, here we are. My pro, my avatar, my whatever the fuck you want to call it. I suppose you could call it a hero, but I'm gonna go through some of the stats. Your attack, self-explanatory. Anybody that's played any kind of game, you have an attack stat. That's how much damage you do. Okay, well done if you got this far. Your armor is the one thing that protects your life. So obviously I've not got as much armor as I have life, but my life is good, okay, on this game. Your magic, in this game you have abilities, which I will get onto very, very shortly. Your abilities are what powers you to take on enemies. Multiple enemies at once sometimes, okay? So I'm going to show you this right now. You come out of this screen. I was on the top left screen, by the way, where it says TSS Bones. And my guild is literally just R, as if we are fucking pirates. So, Kingdom Select, and this is where you unlock the story mode. The story mode starts at Broken Spire, and just to give you an idea of what it looks like when you click of it, that is it on the left hand side. That is your campaign. Obviously I've got it completed, so that's it. That's me. I don't really know what else to say. I've just completed this part of the campaign. But the dialogue is different for each kingdom. Each kingdom is like one section of the story mode, but has a story worth actually looking into because it takes you on a fucking magical roller coaster. I feel like I'm going too much into depth with this, okay? But this is the campaign. All of these that I have unlocked so far, obviously I've not fully completed the game, so there's still some that I have to go through. But that is the campaign so far. I think that's like 50% of the campaign, and that is a shit ton. Believe me, that is at least about 5 hours worth of gameplay on its own. But that's if you want to do it all in the one time. I've done it in bursts. Each game takes a couple of minutes, that kind of thing. To go through the menu, there's literally chests. Your mailbox, can you guess what you get in there? Yes, you get mail. These souls are what you power up your characters with. I was going to say avatars, but there's more than one avatar. So the souls are used to level them up. I could quickly show you that right now. Let me go to troops down here. You can see my team that I have right now. And as I said, you have an ability, a magic rating. My magic rating is 10. Because it just is. You could get more than 10. It's just 10 magic right now. So you deal 12 damage to all enemies and create 6 red gems. Remember how I said it was like Candy Crush? I'm going to go and show you right now. I'm not going to level up my troops because I might actually get more of these things. So let's go for one of the class quests, because I've completed this campaign just literally 5 minutes ago, and I wanted to make this video showing just a small guide. So there is a lot of things. We're going to skip through the campaign. I'm not like the quest stuff. I'm just going to get rid of all of that. but we're going to jump into a game. So at the start, this is what it looks like. Before you jump in, you have the chance to edit your team on the left hand side, and you have the chance to scout the enemy opposition. So as we've done, we can see they are majority water-based troops, apart from the Snow Hunter, but that's what we go into battle with. And this is how the battlefield looks. Those are our opponents, this is the battlefield, and that's the layout. Now this looks 10 times better than it did 4 years ago, let me just say that. 4 years ago, the gameplay was slow, it looked horrible, it was just terrible all around. So, as you can see, we have 2 grass, slash brown, slash yellow, slash red. We have a lot of diversity. That is kind of what you're aiming for in this game. You're trying to get as diverse a team as possible, and you know, just work for there. It's just as simple. What we are going to do right now is I'm going to show you what an L shape does. So Candy Crush has their different kinds of L shapes as well. If you connect certain gems in certain ways, it has different advantages, I would imagine. So this is going to go to Willow. So keep an eye on the left hand side and have a look at my third, I suppose legendary you can call it, legendary hero. Look at my third character and watch what happens. So they gain 10. Like, they shouldn't be given 10 on the one basis, right? If you were to link, let's link this green, let's move the skull on the left hand side and let's link a green, you get 3. So an L shape is literally just the most overpowered thing that you can do. Another thing to take into consideration as well is once you max your mana, as you see how I have done, you hold L1, you press square because that's where he is. You deal 6 damage and get an extra turn. That is what he does. So we're going to cast it and we're going to choose the Snow Hunter, and that's dealt damage to his armor. Okay, that's the easiest way to say. We get this extra turn. What we're going to get as well right now is another extra turn. That's what happens when you link 4 gems together. But we're also going to get this fire on the left hand side as well because of this. So we get an extra turn. It's very, very, very straightforward. I'm going to try and boost through this a little bit, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when you actually eliminate an enemy. So we will do that. We're going to deal some damage. That's what the skulls do. If you could probably have figured that out by now on your own. I think that's very self-explanatory as well. A lot of this game is easy to get used to, but it's worthwhile just giving you a guide as well as me talking about it. So we're going to deal 12 damage to all enemies, and it just absolutely obliterates. We're going to take that, and well, right, so okay, so what has happened here is we have been frozen. And it says there, because we've pressed R1, we could also check out their team as well. I should have probably mentioned that as well, you know, with my shit commentary skills. But it says on the right hand side, it says a frozen troop's spells and mana no longer give extra turns. There is a 10% chance to recover each turn. Okay, so that's not a great ratio of when we can recover from this frozenness. But we're still gonna power up, okay? We're still going to power up. We're going to take a lot of hits from this guy. Like, my guy is over leveled right now. I've completed a lot of the story mode, you have to understand that. But we're going to see what Willow's special ability does. So we're going to link this last brown log together. And as you can see, I'm still earning. If stuff drop, okay, and I still gain, if I still link 3 as they drop, that's still giving me enough to then use my special ability. We are going to use Willow's special ability here. So destroy a row and deal 7 damage to all enemies, boosted by brown gems. As you can see, the boost ratio on the side will also give you an indication as to how much boost you are getting. This is going to be a sore one. We get 2 times of a boost, and it's ripped through 2 people already. Like, it is absolutely taken them. We're going to get a yellow extra turn, because why not? It also stops sometimes. I would strongly recommend, right, okay, see if you could max out the amount of times you get a 4 and get an extra turn, even if it does nothing for you. Say for instance, my team do nothing with blue. If there is an extra turn to be had with blue, take it, because as you can see for their team, they need blue gems, okay? They need blue gems, you can't live without them. We're going to use our special ability to end this battle and destroy the rest of them. That is game. That is simply as easy as it is. It comes up with a victory, you level up a little, it shows on the top right hand side how far you are through your Bard training, which is the class we're going for. Unfortunately, I'm just going to show this one match, that was it. I literally just wanted to show you as to how easy it is. You gain some souls, which, as I said, rank up your pro or any other characters that you have on your team. Your gold, it seems pretty self-explanatory what you do with that. You buy stuff, and your XP, as I said, you keep ranking up every single time you play a battle. So the more you play, the better you're going to get. And the only other thing I was going to show you was the chests. So we got a gold key, which we're going to open a chest with, and that is the lowest common. I suppose they are just called common, but they are the common troops. So anything in white are just common. As you can see, they only have 4 health. They will get one-shotted anywhere unless you're at the very start of your campaign. But what I said earlier is you could rank up your troops. Now what we're going to hopefully do, I don't know if we have enough for it, but yes we do. Right, so you could either customize your level at the bottom here, and it's showing you how much attack you're getting and all that good stuff. We're just going to max out Goblin right now. We are just going to show you. When you max out some of the levels that you can, he gains quite a bit. So earlier when I was saying about magic and their abilities, this is the last thing I want to touch on. When I said about magic and their abilities, he's gained 2 and he was on 4. So his ability is now deal 8 damage. What it was before when it was on 4 magic, it's now on 6. It was deal 6 damage to an enemy. This is now dealing 8. So as you can imagine, the amount of times you level up and your magic goes up, your ability becomes very, very overpowered. And apart from that, there is not really much to say about anything really. If there's anything I have missed out, you know, because it was just meant for a short guide, I feel like this is probably 5 minutes or longer, then let me know. Let me know on my Twitter, because my Twitter is literally, wait a minute, shameless plug, because sometimes I have to. Oh shit, wrong place. It is literally just at TSS Bones. There is nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. It's just at TSS Bones on my Twitter. If I have missed anything, my DMs are always open. You could literally just flood my DMs, because Lord knows any woman just is not at this point. So any inquisitories about my channel, when I'm going to be next uploading, anything you'd like to see, that kind of thing, my Twitter is the place to be. And apart from that, this was just literally content for the sake of content. Again, I'm going to reiterate, it is a free game. You do not have to put any money in this game to succeed, as I have not. And it is simple, it is basic. There is no rage to this. You lose 3-0 in FIFA, you jump on this game and eliminate some opponents with ease. You feel like a baller. You get so close in the new Battle Royale Call of Duty and you die. You come on this game and you literally spend 2 to 3 minutes of just killing stuff. You feel like a baller. It is just so easy, so simple, and it is better than my video that I made 4 years ago, which I really do not want you to go and watch. So other than that, I've been TSS Bones, and I will see you in the next video or stream that I do put out on the channel.